after that shuttle, so I'm not sure what happened. But we're going to see a big storm drop here coming in, and no, we're just seeing actually a zealot drop, and not a bad idea, but again, that is down. And these Mutalisks are going to be able to clean up these Zealots, even if the Zealots are able to get a couple kills here. I'm really worried, but breaking out, a distraction move possibly by Stork. Some great storms here. Stork with excellent storms going to move out here. I think oh, the Observer getting sniped. My gosh, Shine is so good at doing that. There's another Observer coming out, though. Stork's being smart and building more Observers. And what happens when you build more Observers with a Protoss? You're able to move out of your base. This is very similar to the game against Pure versus Zero. More storms, another Observer getting sniped, but I think these are going to be cleaned up by storms here. No, not able to be cleaned up by storms, and just masses of units just getting completely, just barely out. So basically at this point, oh wow, and I don't know if that's a drop or what happened, or if Stork ran down there, but able to get a lot of kills with the Zealots there. A bad storm there as well, but Stork essentially just kind of sitting outside of his a bridge waiting for another Observer, so that Observer can come in and get sniped. Look at all those Overlords just sitting there waiting. Shine is playing so well right now, and there goes the Overlord, and there goes the snipe. Stork, my gosh, man. Like, I'm glad that Stork is moving out, but I mean, if he keeps losing Observers like this could end up costing him the game, like you said before, and an expansion going up there for Stork. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm not sure how he slipped by that probe, so it's a good to see Stork expanding. Ooh. But wow! Oh! Great storms by Stork. Then you know what? As long as you can storm well, even without Observers, you can still get rid of Lurkers. So
yeah, well, I think that Stork is eventually going to push out of here. You can see the line of Lurkers getting pushed further and further back. Not having Observers has slowed Stork down a lot, but I still think that Stork has this game within his grasp. Yeah. All he needs to do is get that Observer and push out and not lose that Observer, and it looks like Observer taking fire again, but this time he barely protects it, and that's the difference. Is Stork just needs to pay attention more to that Observer. I don't know if he just doesn't hotkey it or he's just trying to macro other stuff, but he's just got to place a higher priority on those Observers, and that's what most pro players do, and Stork just doesn't do that as much as he should at the level of play that he's at, but it looks like he is pushing out now. He has broken the container, and I think at this point, Shine is going to be
Shine's in trouble.
Very hard. Yeah, he's going to have to be very hard pressed to hold this. It looks like Hive-Tech is out. Defiler is going to be out, so Defiler is going to help against those goons. Defiler, goons, and, Swarm and Lurkers can definitely hold out against goons, so I think by the time Stork gets across the map, Shine will have his Defilers out, so he will be able to hold on his side of the ramp. But again, just Stork being able to move out and take the map control is really good for Sung Bong-gu. It looks like he's got his fourth base going up on the right, and we do see him pushing on the bottom left base. If he can take this bottom left base out, Shine is going to be in deep, deep trouble. A lot of Lurkers morphing there on the base, and there is the Hive, so it looks like he's going to just stick with Lurkers here, Lurker and Swarm, which again, if you can get Lurker, Swarm, and Cracklings, it's going to be devastating for those Dragoons. But we'll just have to see if Stork can keep his Observers alive, and if he can take on this fourth base down here in the bottom left.
The question to me is if Shine can uphold his Observer sniping here in the late game. There's a lot going on the map right now. There's a lot, well, not right now, but once these battles commence, there's going to be a lot going on, and I'm wondering if Shine can maintain that. Stork is going to be pumping out more Observers here. He's going to be sending them along with his group, and it looks like Stork, as far as I can see, has sniped that Zergling there at the kind of the top left, so I'm not sure if that Zergling's still there. But Stork not going for the bottom left, interestingly enough. Yeah, look at all those Observers. So again, can these be sniped running in? No, not yet. There is no sniping going on. I think it's because Stork was able to completely eliminate that entire band of Mutalisks. So there's no way right now that Shine can just rush in there. Shine relying a lot on Lurkers. Lurkers pop like crazy, as you can see, against a Dragoon heavy army, because Dragoons have such good range here. And losing a lot of Archons, but bringing back even more Archons for the Swarm. Brilliant move. Exactly the same thing we saw here by Movie to try to counter Zero Swarms and having an Archon heavy army here. So Stork playing very well, thinking on his feet here, has the Observers, he has the army composition that's required to beat a Zerg player, and I think that Stork is doing a great job right now. Now again, he hasn't taken anything out. His force in the middle of the field is dwindling. We don't see any late game Mutalisk High Templar sniping right now, so Stork is able to just kind of move his High Templars and move in with the army, no problem. We do see Nidus Canals up though, so we're not going to see the same mistake that was made by Zero in the previous game. So so Shine still has all of his bases functioning right now. He still has not been harassed other than a few DTs and a couple kind of mostly failed storm drops. So we're going to see going up here right now and an attack going in with the Swarm, but oh my gosh, that's not very good micro, and losing the Defiler, insult to injury. Oh, and a storm drop here by Stork. I'm not sure how much he was able to take out there. I didn't see him, and they didn't place the marker, or they didn't select it. Oh, and losing the shuttle. That's like the 6th or 7th shuttle in this game lost by Stork, but Stork is taking map control right now, which is key to him winning this game.
Oh, Stork in a huge, comfortable lead here. He's getting his 5th Nexus up. He's got to feel really comfortable. He's had that 4th Nexus, even though it was right next to Shine's base. He's able to hold with so many cannons. Shine doing a poor job there of sending his Lings before he had the Swarm out. He should have set the Swarm first, or at least pretty much simultaneously. Instead, there were so many cannons that he sent his Lings there, and the Lings died before the Swarm could even get down. So, ineffective attack there, and Shine's going to be really, really worried at this point with this huge ball of Protoss units just moving around the map. Stork does have some more Zealots, so more of a Zealot-heavy army. Zealots are not good against Lurkers, but he is able to use the Zealots under Swarm, which the Dragoons cannot. So right now, and a ton of cannons going to protect this base. This is also good against Ultras, which was usually the late game tech for Zerg, but I don't honestly think, and it looks like this Reaver might go down, but no, the Reaver is going to be able to kill probably all these Lings, yes. All the Lings going down. That would have been a small victory for Shine. Shine just now getting those Ultra lists stand up, as I mentioned, but I don't think Stork's going to let the game last that long, to be honest. I think that Stork is going to be able to take this game. It looks like Shine is getting a little low on minerals on a couple of his bases. Stork at a healthy 2 expansions at least. I think he has 3 bases going total, and it looks like he has +2 attack, not +3, I can't see quite there, and 1 armor. You can see that base running out of minerals a little bit, but he does have strong bases left. Another Observer getting sniped, so that's unfortunate for Stork. 2 decent Storms is going to take down those Lurkers and those Lings. So for the most part, Stork just keeping army control. You can see on the map, it's mainly yellow from the top up, and it looks like Shine is actually trying to get a hatchery here, but Stork's very smartly sending a couple of Zealots to go take that out. Very smart move there, and honestly, as long as Stork just keeps holding his own and holding his bases, he's going to have a significant advantage in terms of Psi, just overall army count. Good Plague there by Shine. Not sure if it's going to be enough. The Plague means he's not going to be able to swarm unless he eats some more of his Lings. It looks like there is a swarm they're holding. Stork needs to protect that Reaver. It looks like a little drop coming on here. That's all he needs is 1 Defiler and some Zerglings, but unfortunately only Hydras, so that's not going to do very much there. I don't think Shine's going to get it done there. But yeah, it looks like he's working away slowly, but a couple Zealots are going to clean that up, so really I think Shine's chances are dwindling in this game.
Well, Shine has been delayed in tech because his mid-game attack with the Hydralisk push failed.
Yeah.
Stork did a great job in defending both bases on both fronts, even with Shine having that hero Zergling there, the hero scouting Zergling. Stork really is, I mean, look at the map right now. It is the majority yellow, blue on the bottom there, the same 4 bases that Shine's had for the last 20 minutes. So, or, 15 minutes or so. So Shine going to go in with kind of a small little attack here, but Storm, great Storm there, taking out almost all of the Zerglings, and then there's Archons that can take care of the rest of them. If you don't know, Plague doesn't really do much for Archons because Archons are pretty much all shields. So, right now, I think Stork has this game in hand. And I think this is going to be the front. I feel like once Stork breaks this front, which he is slowly doing here, it's kind of interesting right now. And another attack going in, just getting mauled by Storms. Stork taking that base that Shine was trying to take earlier, just kind of rubbing in his nose here. An attack going through, but and the Archons might get sniped out of there. No, it looks like Stork's gonna have to move back. But interestingly enough, what we see right now is Stork putting on the pressure on Shine's base. So Stork is outside of Shine's bridge right now. Stork has the contain on Shine, and I don't feel like Shine's going to be able to have what it takes to necessarily break out of this. Stork has a very good composition here. Fortunately losing losing both of the Archons, but Storms again going in, and a drop with the Reaver on the inside and the Observer out, and nice little aggressive move there by Stork, and a GG already. Wow, look at Shine. We're going to see a game 3 here.
Very excited about that. Stork is not going to go down easy, and you can see the endurance there of a pro player like Stork. He's been in this situation before. He's not going to let one game down, and it looks like they're chanting Sung Byung-gu. I gotta say, I'm close to chanting that too, but I'm gonna wait till the 3rd game before I start chanting because I don't know, man. Stork, I have faith in Stork, but he's let me down too many times in the past. Anyways, but Stork doing a good job of not letting us down here, building some observers. Man, Stork, if you just build more observers, you will be good to go. But definitely, Shine tried to get really aggressive early on and almost broke Stork, but did not. Yeah. Stork held, and yeah, pretty much from there on out, Stork just dominated the rest of the map.
It wasn't a bad play necessarily, but Stork, I do believe is the superior player overall, and I think he was able to just react appropriately, micro appropriately, and able to take the lead. So we are going to go to game 3, Stork versus Shine.